What's up, Pineheads? So we're going to be talking about Pinecoin, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency in general, and the direction that we may be headed. And right now, I see that the future of Bitcoin, I do believe, is going to keep growing. We're in the roots. We're right now growing the roots, and we haven't even started with the tree yet. And if you don't really know what cryptocurrency is, I'll explain it a little bit. It came about by the blockchain network. It's like a proof of work system where every transaction of value or any transaction can be tracked and logged. And if everything happens at once, it is all logged at once that it all happened. And you can find it. You can trace things, go back. And so this is just a little bit of technology when it comes to internet that somebody was able to apply into a currency, right? And the only way it works is that people believe in the blockchain network. And it's not even about believing in the blockchain network. It's about the fact that we have the internet and we have the physical, we have dollars. They had a great idea to back up their coin with the blockchain network, with an invention. Which now it comes down to what are these increments of Bitcoin being sent here and there. They're just little file packets. They're little files, fractions of files that you're sending. And so that is being covered by the blockchain network. Everything is being traced in that blockchain network. So all your transactions, everything. They say it's untraceable. They say that you can't track it. You can track it. I lost KuCoin. I sent KuCoin to KuCoin's platform. It literally disappeared. I did the right address, everything, sent it to them. They were like, weird. They sent it back. They actually went back, found where the money was, lost in outer space, sent it back to me. So you can find the money. You can recover the money. It's there. It's able to be sifted through by the proof of work. So they knew that I owned it, right? And that it went nowhere. Because of the proof of work, they were able to use the blockchain network to recover my money. So that is just one instance that I was able to get the blockchain network used in my cryptocurrency, what I've been doing. So that was a great thing to happen for me to be like, oh, cool, that's blockchain. So now we're thinking like, well, how do you apply this to real world? Well, we want to kind of set it off to the side because we're building a currency here. Now, remember when we had an established currency, so way back in the day, before currency was established, we were trading goods, right? I have this for that, but they don't want what I have, but I want what they have. I might need what they have, but they don't want what I have. So I can't just trade something for something and get what I need. So they discovered that gold was valuable. Everybody thought gold was valuable. So what do? Everybody starts using gold as the value of exchange because it makes a lot of sense, right? Now you're not dealing with products, you're dealing with gold. Well, then gold turned into notes, IOU notes, and then now we have dollars, right? So now our gold's not backed up by the dollar anymore. So it's kind of like worthless, really, it kind of is. So apply Bitcoin, a off-site currency from physical, right? Because we don't see it. It's all online. It's actually combating deflation. All right. So it's just like gold and silver. It's a way to save and preserve value, your value. The money you own in your bank loses value. But if you put it in a cryptocurrency, it actually gains value. Obviously, if you would have bought Bitcoin at any point in time for the last 10 years, you would have made money at any point in time. So the point is that we're countering deflation using everybody's economies, right? Worldwide, everybody can buy Bitcoin. So not only are we over countering deflation by adding more abundance into our country, we're including everybody else in the same thing. And so this thing is actually leveraging deflation and inflation. And the way I see it, and in my own personal perspective, is that you need inflation and deflation happening all the time to keep an economy running. You can't have one or the other, or else it's going to collapse in some way. So you need it to be like a wave where the inflation and deflation is already considered. We already know that it's happening, and it's not actually affecting our economy in any bad way. So cryptocurrency, and to me, is actually going to be the huge leverage for all of the world to be able to counter their deflation in their economy and the inflation. We're going to stay in between, right? So there's going to be a medium of value of our currency that it'll eventually hit every once in a while, hence the medium. And that is important because we literally need inflation and deflation. If we have one or the other, only one or the other, we're screwed, right? So it's important to hone in on what's going on, because we lost track of gold in our dollars. We lost track. It's no longer so we're printing crap loads of money. Okay, put it in perspective here. Where do you put this money? Nobody's buying gold. I mean, people are buying gold, but it's not being pumped like Bitcoin, right? Because not everybody's buying gold, it's not jumping up like Bitcoin did. But because everybody's buying Bitcoin, it spiked up. And now we're at the beginning of roots. And these roots are very volatile, okay? That's the way it's going to be. It's a new market. It's a new thing. And this volatility, it's crazy because it's actually been gaining traction and building up. These are the roots of cryptocurrency. We're still at the beginning. Get in early, hold. 10 years later, you're gonna have countered and made more than inflation or deflation, right? Your money is gonna be worth more than it was before. That's the goal here, is to have inflation and deflation working together. That's how I see cryptocurrency. I see whatever this guy was, whoever made the Bitcoin, he just needed an excuse to make the cryptocurrency. Proof of work. Imagine if oh my God, don't knock that over. Oh my gosh, he's gonna knock some stuff over. Okay, so imagine if our US dollars, when you get into the bank, they don't track your money, they don't trace. So all of a sudden they're like, well, you had 200, we don't know where the other $50 went. We had it all, we just don't know where it went. So then they don't pay you, right? So the proof of work paid me, right? I sent money over to KuCoin and lost it. They recovered it. Proof of work. So he created a system where, hey, you can recover the money if it's yours, if it's lost. So he used that as an excuse to be able to create the currency, little file packets, internet file packets. You're mining these things. Hence he's creating something of value only because it can act as a currency, because it has a way of recovering losses. You can't lose the money. You can't. And so it can be tracked. It can be traced. It's not something to hide from the government. It's literally, you can draw the conclusions all you want. The government is eventually going to get involved. There's a ton of money involved in cryptocurrency, and they see it. They missed out on a lot of it. And now they're going to be drawing a huge board across the government of, how do we deal with cryptocurrency? Do we want it? Do we not? Which keeps cryptocurrency questionable, which means it gives them time to buy more cryptocurrency before they unveil that, hey, we're going to apply cryptocurrency into the economy, right? So remember, we're at the roots. You want to buy and hold. Holders, you can day trade, you can do stuff like that, but people who hold win in the end. All right, you've got, let's say the law of the third, right? 33% of the people right now today are going to be long-term investing, right? They will never pull. They just won't. All right, maybe they'll pull 10 years from now, 5 years, we'll do 5 years. So 66% of the people are buying and selling, scare selling and day trading, and people who are just dabbling into the market. So you got 33% probably day trading, 33% just dabbling into the market, not really knowing what's going on, not really holding, selling when they lose. You know, people who aren't really informed on how to do stuff like this. So you've got 33% that are informed. They're saying, hey, I'm just going to hold. Why would you hold? It's as simple as we're countering deflation. We're just countering it. Or excuse me, countering inflation. Because the value of our money is losing. We're just losing value of our money. So we're countering it. So now we have a counter. What are we going to do with it? Save, hold, sell when you need the money. It's a matter of all the world's economies can be involved. Every single economy can be involved, which means we're all going to be working together. So, you know, you hear about the one world government thing. we're probably headed towards that direction, and I don't think we want that. But we're right now heading to a one world economy, okay? That's what we're heading to right now. And they're probably going to try and transition that into a one world government because, hey, we already have a one world economy. Let's just do one world laws, one world rules where everybody's the same. So this could be a leverage for them to eventually work up to that. We don't want that. But what we do want is a one world economy where everybody's money is relating to each other. And it's actually so unstable and stable all at the same time that it counters deflation and inflation. So we actually steady out all economies. Everybody becomes steady. Everybody can make money and everybody can lose money. And everybody can hold. And it's like, you know that everybody who's been investing in this cryptocurrency has put money in that they don't actually need right now. So common sense says just hold. Nobody needed the money in the first place. Hold. Whenever you get more money and you don't need that money, put it in and hold. If everybody just doing that, that's what's going to happen. And that's what's happening. Literally, that's Bitcoin. It is a buy, hold, and stay where you're at because you don't need the money. It is a way to save money. It is a way to have everybody in the world invested in it. That's a lot of people, right? That's trillions and trillions of dollars. Able, just sitting on the outside of the internet, to go in and affect everybody as a whole, as a unit. Everybody is a part of the same economy. And now that the issue comes to just applying this into our society. And that's why I say we're at the roots. We haven't even applied it in our society yet. It hasn't been applied. It's being applied slowly, right? It's being accepted here and there. You can buy gold with Bitcoin. You can go on Craigslist and be like, hey, I'll buy with Bitcoin or I'll accept Bitcoin. There's little areas that are being exploited that say, hey, Bitcoin does work. Bitcoin will be accepted because if these companies as well don't need the money, if they're holding Bitcoin and they're also getting people purchasing with US dollars, and they have enough US dollars to cover everything, they're just saving the Bitcoin. All of them. You know, the gambling sites you just spend all your Bitcoin on, all the cryptocurrency, they are saving their cryptocurrency. All the sites out there that exist, or you know, I haven't even wrote on this yet. I love writing this. They're all just building this big account while everybody down here is buying and selling, and here we are, right? Here is the gambling site. This is them just saving, right? This is let's say Amazon's now taking Bitcoin. This is Amazon. They're actually going to take more Bitcoin, and they're holding. The important thing is that they're going to build a foundation so big that nobody can break it, because it's the companies, it's the corporations that run the show. And we want to know what they're doing, right? So I just told you what they're doing. They're saving all the cryptocurrency because they know for a fact if they get it all in their hands and you come back and buy more, it goes up. It never goes down. So the reason why Bitcoin had such a foundation previously and it rode 3,000, it was right there, right? Is because so many people holding. And that was actually more people than businesses, probably companies at that time. Now we have companies, businesses, corporations involving themselves in Bitcoin. They are not trying to spend that Bitcoin. They have nothing to spend the Bitcoin on. They're not trying to sell it. They're not going to spend it. They're just going to wait and see what happens. Waiting and seeing what happens is long-term holding. If they're all long-term holding and all of us are spending the money and this slowly drops, and as the scarcity of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency becomes real, in other words, they have so much saved up that you are left out. They got it all. So it is an economy shift, but we need to be aware of what's happening and save ourselves as well. We can't let the corporations win this game. That's what they're trying to do. And they're already starting to win. They're building such a huge foundation that it'll never drop below a certain price. And as everybody comes back to buy more, it goes up and they hold and build more foundation. It is the roots we are growing right now. They are going to be reaping the benefits in the future because it's control, right? They own all the they own most tons and tons of cryptocurrency because we use it as currency, and they save it and they don't sell it. And then imagine somebody taking Bitcoin that they never sold and buying something with Bitcoin and them never selling it in US dollars. the exchange of value there never dropped the market. So if we can actually get Bitcoin foundation, as you can see, there's a foundation to Bitcoin, and pump it like it's doing, we're actually going to see the results of exactly what long-term holding is. I mean, it's so simple. It's like right there in front of everybody's faces. It's an economy's, it's a one world economy for, not economy, how would you put it? It stabilizes the economies all around the world. And it's a bank account for everybody, every single person. It's funny because I've been thinking, like, why don't we all, okay, so you watch movies, you watch shows, you do research, and you find out that there are gangs and like legit like mafia, and they all own their own like personal shares and holdings and whatnot, and they all reap the benefits. So if a group of people can reap the benefits from simply a group of people reaping benefits from each other, and everybody, as people get out of the mafia, get and reap their benefits, it's one at a time now. So things keep going. The ball keeps rolling, which means when you sell after long-term holding for 10 years, you're selling to the people buying that haven't ever bought cryptocurrency before, that just now are being able to buy, that just now want to buy, that haven't actually done any long-term holding and are doing day trading. So you're selling to 100% of the people who are buying, which is pretty awesome. So it's like we are becoming, and we are pointing ourselves in such a direction that everybody's missing it, right? It happens so fast and so subtly almost, right? Very subtle. Bitcoin had been around before everybody knew about it for so long. It came out subtly, and its purpose is so funny because everybody can be involved. Everybody can buy Bitcoin. Everybody can make money. How? Because I just told you that I could, when we introduce this into our economy, I can buy something for Bitcoin and not sell Bitcoin into US dollars, meaning Bitcoin doesn't drop and I still get my product. And they don't want to sell because they're making money. We're talking about either a hyperinflation or, like I said before, counter inflation, deflation. So Bitcoin could be the worst thing for the world, and it could be the best thing for the world. And not just Bitcoin, cryptocurrency in general. Because we could hyperinflate. I just proved how we could hyperinflate. If I buy something with Bitcoin and I don't sell into US dollars, I now own a product for literally nothing. You say it was $100. Well, I made that $100 in Bitcoin that was never mine before, and I was able to spend it and not lose anything. Neither Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't lose anything either. Meaning it can only go up as transactions happen because everybody's holding. Nobody's selling. Meaning, yes, it will go beam up in the air, sky, and it'll go crazy. It might even hit $2 million. You never know. It's not impossible. It's actually an insanely real thing. You think, how could it happen? Well, if we include everybody's economies in this, and you buy it at the beginning and everybody of the economies buy it, there's so much money in there, dude. Everybody's going to win, especially when half of them don't sell and the others sold half of theirs, and you still see Bitcoin performing. So it's, I'm pretty sure that we're either going to make this the death of us or the life of us as a world, because it could be the worst or the best thing. And I think that we should take this step, because if it turns out to be the worst thing, just remove all the cryptocurrency. Delete all of it. Remove it all. You know, that could be their plan. Get all this money involved. I mean, wouldn't that get rid of a lot of money? Which means our value of money everywhere across the world becomes worth more because it all got deleted online. I mean, yeah, now we're just thinking out of the box here of how do I get screwed? I don't think this is to screw us. I really think this is to push to one world government, and I think that's why they want it to work. I think that's why it's going to work, is because they're going to make it work. And we've been making it work. We've proved as a world, time after time, that nobody's losing money in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency unless you sell. You only lose in cryptocurrency if you sell. And if you're losing and you bought, buy more. That is the beauty of what this guy created. Something that everybody can do. Just like the mafia. Everybody can do what the mafia is doing. Give each other freaking payouts. Meaning, the people in 10 years are going to pay for my future. Meaning, my financial independence is going to be paid for, just as everybody else's, in 10 years. By people who haven't got the financial independence, who want it, and will get it. So you'll see as Bitcoin goes on and moves on, it will keep going up. It's probably going to keep dropping. It's going up right now, but it's going to come down. I think it's going to repeat what it did earlier, but with a higher base level. I was saying before, everybody's saving Bitcoin, especially corporations and companies and everybody who has their foot in the door with Bitcoin. They're just holding it. Yeah, so I hope this was a informative video for you guys. Here, let me show you my baby kitty. Hey, buddy. Say hi. I said say hi. Yeah, he's so cool. Look, he'll just chill in my hand like this. I'll walk around the whole house like this, and he's just like chilling like that. He don't even care the whole time. He's like, this is comfy. His name is Apex. My dad calls him Beanie because he lays here like a beanie baby. You are just so precious. And then he'll fight me if he wants. Anyways, guys. Yeah, he's so fun. All right, take care, champs, or pie heads and champs.